Okay, guys. I've just been made aware of something that's fairly disturbing, and I'm just going to cut straight to the point. There's an experiment that was conducted in the late 60s that I personally consider unethical. However, the insights and things that it actually showed us, which are repeatable, were really important and it's repeatable, right? The experiment is called Universe 25. It was in 1968. It was a behavioral experiment by American scientist John Calhoun, right? So what he does is he takes a small amount of mice, he introduces them into a perfect environment with plentiful food, water, security, safety, shelter, everything that they could want. And he wanted to see what would happen. So it's called Universe 25, I believe, because he has done that 25 times. He did it 25 times total. And what ended up happening was that the population grew rapidly of mice. They had everything they wanted, right? They didn't have to work or do anything, except once it reached a critical mass, I guess you would say, social construct of the mice broke down. Female mice started becoming more masculine, male mice became more feminized, and there was, they just stopped eating food and started attacking each other, right? So, in every single one of those experiments that he repeated, the mice went extinct. Now, why am I bringing this up, and why do I think this is incredibly important? Because that's what's happening right now, right? Whether you agree with it or not, right? I'm not commenting on the political aspect of this. I'm just saying that it is matching the pattern, because that's what I'm seeing, right? And I'm going to get to the specific thing that I saw that was disturbing me in just a second, but right. Men are becoming more feminized, right? Women are becoming more masculine. And the social construct, even of the nuclear family, is beginning to break down, right? This is all, I'm just stating facts, right? I'm not even, it's not even a conspiracy at this point, sadly. But the disturbing thing that I just saw is I've seen a trend of, sorry, it's kind of hard for me to even talk about this, but I saw a trend of mothers who were posting videos of themselves taking up for a woman called Lindsay Clancy, right, who apparently murdered her children in a fit of insanity or something to that extent. All right, I'm not clear on all of the details of this. I'm just here to say that I've seen a trend of mothers posting videos of them getting upset with their children, which, having two kids myself, it's totally normal for a parent to just get to the point where they just need a break, where they're burnout, right? That's normal. But what they're doing is they're actually filming themselves doing things that could be considered disturbing or abusive to their children to prove the point that what Linsay Clancy did was actually not evil, right? And I'm pointing this out because that is a significant point in the development of this, right? And I am putting this all squarely in the pattern of this experiment. And that is a new level of evil that is reflective of social breakdown, the breakdown of the social contract, the breakdown of the nuclear family. And I'm pointing this out to you because my whole point here with this channel is to show you that life should not be perfect. In fact, as I just explained, if it is perfect, our minds can't handle it. We can't handle perfection. We don't know how to handle it because we evolved and are geared to live in an environment where we're constantly trying to think of how to survive. So if we don't have those conditions, we don't know what to do, and I guess if I were to speculate, I would say it just short circuits our mind because we just can't live that way. That's not how we're geared. So it makes sense that throughout history, human beings would tend to be curious and explore and push the envelope, because we're looking at imperfections, right? We're looking at the world as a place that we're trying to figure out and survive. And my channel really has become mostly about not being perfect, not being polished. This video is not polished. I'm doing it in one take. It is primarily about what I believe it's Socrates called the good, right? Or in the business world, it's called the 80-20 rule. 80% you can get 80% there with 20% of the effort, right? We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be exact, like exactly right about everything. In fact, you know what? If I'm not perfect, if this shot isn't perfect, that's even better. That's the point, right? And I think that when we seek perfection, if we were to obtain it, we wouldn't know what to do with it. And I believe genuinely that that is why civilizations continue to fail in a pattern, because we achieve some level of utopia, and once we achieve that, it falls apart because we can't maintain it. So all of this to just put it on your radar, right? Because once you begin to see this, you can't unsee it. It's an existential threat, and I'm bringing it to your attention because my suggestion is that we focus on our communities, right? Don't allow that breakdown to occur. And then, as a step further, we return to the older ways that are not perfect, intentionally, not because we want to make our lives harder, but because our minds need that challenge, that psychological challenge, somehow. Don't ask me to explain how, because that's not my area of study, but I just wanted to point this out to you. I wanted to take a moment to say, if you think that that's okay, you need help. And there's help out there for you. If your child is upsetting you, walk away. It's okay to walk away. It's totally okay. That's the advice that I've always heard. And I mean, obviously within reason, right? Consult a doctor, consult a pediatrician, talk to the people. We're here together, right? There's no need for anything even remotely close to that. And frankly, if you think that any of that's okay or should be okay, I don't want you on my channel. I'll be very honest with you. So, bye. Again, I'm not perfect, not polished. I'm just telling you what I think. So, take it for what you will. Anyway, if you do like my content, if you do appreciate this, strategy, if you do appreciate what I'm doing here, feel free to subscribe, like, and follow me, because in my own random and imperfect way, I'm gonna keep highlighting these issues that kind of go under the radar. So, and I want to build a roadmap for people